Hello. Anyway, okay. Um, Today is my day. Tomorrow is, what day is it today? Thursday or Wednesday? Oh, good. May, Thursday. Wednesday. Ness. Paper doll. This is volume 5. In relation to our next infrastructure, the negation of our delegar, we will position ourselves into the compliance of its own maturity. Because in that way, when we deserve the percentages of our own value, we will pincate the next technology in relation to the state government. Because in relation to the state government, the prerogative of law is the execution of our network. Because state government, based upon our itashay, tantasan, and tolokong, is our own manufacturing degree. Perhaps it's just in a matter of time once Telstra can wiki its own content in relation to Judith Andre. The position of Judith Andre is a mechanism of the sustained stability, because the sustained stability is based upon our transition of our own plata of food. Because within that way, when we can divert into the prakasan, we will illuminate into the prakasan of our Illustrator by Adobe. In that way, the vector graphics is based upon our plexi of our maintain instra. So in that way, our maintain instra is based upon our prokosong of law, and also to position ourselves into its jurisdiction. So state government, in relation to your own town of distilled water, is not that pure in relation to woolies and coals. But in IGA, if you have one that is approximately 3 to 10 or 10 to 3, it will work out that our coolant needs a little bit of water when it hasn't been propagated into our tank. So in that way, the coolant for Holden, and the coolant for Honda, and the coolant for Mazda is an instra in relation to our own majority, because the BMW is based upon the status of an engine. So within our claim as well, that when a car has an accident based upon train lines or other cars or poles or steel poles or whatever on the highway, one day, government, we will have the camera. So when we have the camera, it would help you guys to understand no witnesses. If it happens, then you have to collect the declaration as well as the claim. Patient, my friend, patient. Because it costs us a lot of money in relation to the government, and also in relation to Queen Elizabeth. In your town, you have a different road, right? Of course. I grew up in Australia a long, long time, and in Melbourne a long, long time. Sydney is my holiday inn because I'm married. Yes, 22 years of the gay relationship. Yes. So anyway, in relation to the state government, we have to somehow work out that the cam bam, thank you ma'am, is that the lenses of the speed camera is based upon your own declaration as well as the police army, because you're helping people to drive safety. Yes. So in that time, sometimes things just happen on its own, even after you watch my video conference and my video declaration of conference and my video stationary of declare claim. So in that way, when things happen naturally, it helps you guys for resources. That's all. I'm just nobody. I'm telling you the truth. My name is Alan Loy. I'm 41 years old. So I love nature. Yes, I do. So in any kind of form based upon our Sabbatooth, the declaration is that once we have a plaintiff in relation to the real soul that pass, how can we have the principle for the funeral? And what happened after that? Do we give money to the relative, state trustee, based upon your willpower? Well, we've already been through a fair bit, a fair bit about decoy, claims, fluctuation of defra, and what else? So in that way, based upon our relative, have we finished the bank statement of the reserve to store that house is still ours? I know I have a lot of keys in relation to a lot of places, but I'm very patient. Yes, very patient. So, next time. So since I'm very patient, we're helping each other. See? That means a group hug. TAC, whatever. I know each country has a government insurance and stuff like that to protect people as well, etc., etc. I know. So in your way, I mean, all the other country has their native language, like Native American, Philippine, not Viet. Oh, no, not Vietnam. Shanghai. Um, what else? Plural and declaration. So within those time when you connect to the government, you are helping each other to plural the grammar in relation to thesaurus. And in relation to thesaurus, the meaning of Saint Mary, when I went to school in year 7, two teachers has a thesaurus dictionary to give me an equivalent, yes, of grammar. So in that way, when we are helping the government, we are connecting to the government like that. Based upon the plaintiff of the declaration, we can also sequel into monkey's magic path in relation to non-religion. So in relation to non-religion, we can make movies to help actors in relation to their declaration, because if they have a movie accidentally scratches, bruise, what kind of ambulance can help them without players? Because if we accidentally cut ourselves, or action movie like, and then it kind of goes red or a little bit bruised, how can the ambulance clear that it's a movie? Oh, so within that way, when we deluxe the paintbrush in relation to making fake bruise, then it's worth it, right? But based upon the action movie, you can pretend like that. See? See? But when you action naturally, it may a little bit heavier, then you get a sore jaw or bruise, etc., etc. So in that way, the glare is different from your own jurisdiction for democracy and implant based upon monkey's journey. So based upon monkey's journey, if you actually go, or so the way we kind of like, being a karate in relation to defending ourselves, see, blocking. So once you action this, later on, what happened? It goes red, little bruise or not. But if you keep doing it or practicing, then you realize it will get a little bit bruised. So that declaration is based upon the movie maker as well as the state government, because within each state you got to be careful when you take photo shots from cam bam, because the camera is different and the POV is different. So in the POV, in relation to your own stationery, you will develop the next karate in relation to self-defense. It's called self-defense. So within self-defense, based upon angry people or aggro people or whatever, the police is protecting other witnesses. So in that way, if they do, they're defending themselves as well. But who is the real witness and who started the fight? Oh, so based upon that, the declaration based upon the fight is that we are just guarding. See? Our rebel. What is rebel? Is that in Iran or Islam? I don't know, sorry. So in our way, government, we are protective to know that if there is no witness, then our declaration is that, sorry, after we write, once the fight is over. But then again, who is the main one that started it? Then you take them to your office, whatever, etc., etc. Seen it on the news, it's fine. But based upon the other class of victims, they are just customizing into the real one if you can't find it. So within your declaration, it helps you to state your own worth. So within that, your own worth is that we are sharing the relationship to manufacture the productive of fighters in relation to being drunk or overdose of drugs. I don't know, it happened in Sydney a long time ago when I spoke to my mum and my grandma, my Aussie grandma, Millie Johnson. I think they dosed. They just lay on the floor and the ambulance come. Oxford Street, Ellis Reservoir. But things happen on their own. They do, don't they? I mean, nature. What's nature? Natural, is it? Nature. So when those things happen, nature, it means that the car could have accidentally, around or whatever. But if you want TAC, if any witnesses has a camera, you never know. You can make movies out of them as well. But how can we know? Because it happens so nature. We don't know. True, isn't it? It's true. So in the future of our production is that when we have speed camera and freeway camera, etc., it costs us a lot of money to have the central unit to track things down and to know where things happen and stuff like that, and we can make movies out of it. But that's the future though. So since it's that the future, I hope you guys enjoy action movie, science fiction movie, comedy movie, horror movie, etc., etc. Yeah. So anyway, what else? In relation to the stationery of the news agency, I used to get declaration paper. Yeah. I don't know much about declaration in relation to normal people, having a fight or whatever. So in that way, we can position ourselves into the complexity of our instrument and to perform our own maturity of law. So within that way, we are protecting, not really, we are